Okay, awesome. Okay, I want to start with a question for you all. By show of hands, who here? Oh my God, no, wait, me too. So do you. We all do. We all have a role to play within our food systems. Food connects us to each other and to place. Humans have long cultivated the earth, and because agriculture demands place, we've been able to build homes around this. There's cultural significance and identity rooted in food. But do we regularly consider the larger systems at play? The positive feedback loop relationship between climate change and agriculture has created environmentally degrading food systems while also straining agricultural production. A loss of biodiversity, lack of carbon sequestered in soil, and growing season volatility are all among the challenges created in this current relationship. This relationship exists within the context of social inequity and increasing climate impacts, which are recognizably manifested in the high rates of food insecurity that many communities face, which we've only seen rise in times of disruption, making the need for a different approach apparent. The complexities and entanglements of food, a connection and basic need in this larger context, led me to my research question. How should we approach food system planning in the face of climate impacts and equity gaps? I interned with Would Be Grown, a cooperative with over 50 local farms and an online market space born out of COVID-19 response. The co-op serves as an important food system pillar, directly connecting consumers and producers while creating mid-level supply chain infrastructure. As their social media intern, I furthered community connections through educational posts, partner networking, community outreach, and producer features. Working on Would Be with WIG allowed me to view Island County as a case study. To answer my research question, I reviewed existing literature, interviewed 6 key players, including the 3 farmers I created features on, Glendale Shepherd, Lesedi Farm, and Understory Mushrooms, to better understand producer needs. Farmers call for improved support through reduced legislative barriers, understanding from their community, and shared infrastructure for production. My other 3 interviews included a community fund director, a public health nurse, and a public health epidemiologist. The value of food system planning was echoed by those doing the work through benefits such as responding to their community's needs and solidifying their actions in this field. Additionally, I conducted a perception survey aimed at Island County residents, amassing 380 responses. The survey assessed understanding food system planning, feelings surrounding initiative themes, and feedback from the community in their own words. I found that respondents were largely interested in engaging in a plan in their community and the initiatives of this framework. Equity and access considerations were collectively prioritized amongst respondents, as well as increasing farmer and consumer participation at the planning level. I found that a local food system planning approach improves climate resiliency through enacting systems thinking, bolstering social capital, and creating initiatives at a proper scale. Systems thinking, in its holistic nature, recognizes that there are many sectors and key players involved. Literature shows that systems thinking is most effective when safeguarding for long-term impacts. By implementing an integrated view of the problems and solutions, we can create comprehensive plans that adequately address the challenges and considerations we're facing. Community ties are vital to climate resiliency. In past disruptions, we've seen farmers and consumers come together, support each other, and reduce the impacts felt by the event. Additionally, researchers found that pre-existing levels of social capital has a positive relationship to the efficacy of planning initiatives. This is what our communities want, a say in the matter and a seat at the table. By working at a local scale, we can adequately address the nuanced challenges of specific communities. Additionally, we can better recognize our small farmers, which make up 90% of the farms in Washington state. I implemented these 3 methods, systems thinking, social capital, and a local scale, into my final deliverable, a recommended local food system action plan, outlining my results, tasks, and procedures to create a plan over a 4+ year scale. Local food system planning allows us to re-envision our collective future to prepare for chronic problems based on current and projected needs. Its adaptability and contextual community-led nature allows us to divert initiatives away from a one-size-fits-all approach that often harms more than it helps. This framework is rising in implementation, with 3 Western Washington counties creating plans in the past 3 years, establishing a network of action waiting to be expanded on and strengthened. So by starting locally and connecting by counties, we can create a network of overall regional strength. Our food systems are something we can engage in now, seeking out these larger conversations and considerations through things such as planning groups or even local food markets. So the next time that you sit down to dinner or you walk by a pea patch, I want you to think about your larger food system role. I'd like to thank my site supervisor, Shannon, my faculty advisor, Eli, my mom and my dad, my friends in Capstone cohort, my partner, Abigail, and last but not least, the UW Farm and the Dirty Dozen. Person in the green jacket here. Okay, while they're not directly using my action plan because of bureaucracy, Island County is using this to inform their efforts moving forward, such as survey responses are informing them of community opinions and where the community is at with this process, as well as best practices and specific considerations based on the literature that I read. Thank you. Oh. Oh, the question was, I'm sorry, is like, how is my action plan being implemented, if at all?